you dramatically increase the chances of your partner putting a brand new bun in your oven. When I was trying for Lincoln, I made it a daily goal to bring up which position Hunter and I were experimenting with in every conversation I had. I told literally anyone I could, from teachers to babysitters to telemarketers, that I stand on my head after Hunter finishes inside me. And sharing that information really helped me conceive. Plus, people like hearing about it. There's nothing to be ashamed of or hide. What your husband's unprotected penis feels like as he thrusts. How you'll whisper possible baby names in his ear as he ejaculates. These are perfectly natural things to bring up at an office party or to announce at the beginning of a flight.
This is the Onion News Network.
And now, live from the studios of Freedom's Phoenix, Ernest Hancock.
Believe me when I say we have a difficult time ahead of us. But if we are to be prepared for it, we must first shed our fear of it. I stand here without fear because I remember that I am here not because of the path that lies before me, but because of the path that lies behind me. I remember that for 100 years we have fought these machines. And after a century of war, I remember that which matters most. We are still here! Today, let us make them remember. We are not afraid!
No fear here in Declare Your Independence. I'm here in Hancock here in Phoenix, Arizona, from the BEAUT studios of Freedom's with an S, Phoenix.com. See, I have to show you that I can do that. See, you guys see it, right? Today's my birthday. I didn't get what I wanted for my birthday. You know, I asked, you know what? I want not guilty, for Thomas Costanzo. Guilty. Guilty. 5. Here in studio, we have Theo Chino and Doug Hodges from Phoenix Crypto, formerly known as Westside Bitcoins. He's, with a guilty verdict. I tell you why it's Westside Crypto is because Morpheus took care of the East Valley. Morpheus doing the East Valley, Doug was doing the West Valley, and I'll be West Valley Bitcoins. Well, he's like, I guess we can be Phoenix Crypto now. So it is a, and I know Doug was rooting for Morpheus. I mean, he liked them. They worked together, well. They took care of the Phoenix area, and we're open about it, honest about it. The government had to be not so much. So, yeah, we're not afraid because we understand what's going on. But we are relatively concerned because this is, I see crypto's not going away. It's not going away. And there's more and more reasons why it's not going away. And the thing that I know that government, they're just functionaries. They're just bureaucrats. They're just imposition of policy. They are privates in a war. And somebody is giving the orders. And the same people that are sending privates to their death are the same people that are, sending out the guys that come back from the war to go be law enforcement to do whatever their will here in a war against us. Morpheus is a good friend. I haven't talked to him other than see him nod and what's up. And making sure this stuff gets documented and out. Terry Major, if he hadn't already written something, he's going to be doing something today. He covered it. He understands law. And, we saw, Michael Schoen, one of the heirs of the U-Haul, Schoen founding U-Haul family. We've been talking the last few days, and it was just, and he was willing, hey, man, I can give $10,000, for an expert witness to explain this. It didn't matter. They made sure anyone that had any encryption or any leanings or any understanding of Bitcoin not on the jury. And their instructions were, you will accept, how this really works from our guys. Get me? So this is, you don't get mad. You get prepared, you get even, you get, something. And I'm going, okay, what would Morpheus want? He'd want a wider understanding. You want to vindicate him, man. You just make sure everybody understands exactly what happened and what's going on. So that's what we'll do. One thing is, James Babb out of Philadelphia is really big on fully informed jury, and we've worked on that heavy. And matter of fact, I found a bunch of our old fully informed jury flyers, when we were cleaning out the printing and everything, and I gave a bunch to another guy that going to Colorado, before I go, here's a bunch of these flyers, and you remember some activism back in the day here. Now he, a different kind of situation, the man. It was all, gun militia thing back, and good guy, 17 and a half years. He just got out last August. We've been doing this a long time, and we see it's whenever you challenge the authority of the wills of the state. Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, does that at the heart and soul of what it is to be, a tyrant. Control the money. So, what did we learn from this? We're going to talk to Theo and Doug, get to it, and which one of you guys want to go first? All right, well, good. Quit pointing at each other. Who's going to go? Theo. All right. Wait, let me get you up. Go ahead.
Oh, good morning, Ernest. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Theo Chino, give a quick how you got involved in your interest in this and why and what's happened with your case and so on. And you're going to, in the future, you're going to need to be able to pare this down to 67 and a half seconds, okay? So I'm going to time you. Yeah, go.
I run the Abolish the Bid License website, abolishthebidlicense.org website, which I got started because I started suing the New York government about the bid license. And then I discovered that a person got arrested over Bitcoin, thanks to you, Ernie. And that was Morpheus, and I got involved. That's good for 60 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay, we take that.
Well, the one thing that I want to make sure that people know is Theo was operating, but he saw the value of it. And the bodegas, these little convenience shops, he had, before the New York Bitcoin Conference, before a bunch of this stuff, right when, the federal government started freaking out, right when Schumer is doing this, go get that guy in Silk Road and stuff, right when that was going on, you had 130 little shops taking Bitcoin.
Yep.
And they go, yeah, that's what we're supposed to be doing, right? This is like cool. And they go, oh, hell no. We need a Theo Chino law, okay?
Well, yeah.
No, it's a Theo Chino law. I mean, it's definitely directed at people like you because they made a requirement for a license to where you got to have the lawyers of Amazon to comply. And, I'm sorry, are you a financial institution / bank? Are you one of us? You're not? I'm sorry, you're not allowed to do this.
No, that's right, yes. But...
Yep.
So what I've been doing is I've been documenting Morpheus fight and documenting anyone who got caught in the fight by mistake, because the government was looking to crucify someone. And Morpheus is basically the person that got crucified yesterday.
What the whole thing came down to really is the agent did like 5 trades with him or more. And it kept escalating more money. That was a sign. And when he goes, I am professional Russian heroin dealer, or something like that. And he's like, I don't care. I don't want to hear that crap. And it's on tape. And he just, he should have just ran away. That's a neon flashing light. Because Russian heroin dealers don't tell you they're Russian heroin dealers, okay?
Exactly.
And that's what was his point. He's going, this guy's just BSing me, And he just didn't care because he didn't care. But the thing is that that's what they got him on. It was willingly, knowingly something, even though it wasn't, and he didn't believe him anyway, but doesn't matter. It was a narrative, and they get a jury in there, and they start doing their song and dance. And it was, I think, his attorneys were overwhelmed by this. It was a public defender, nice, and she did a lot of groundwork and something, but, man, I'm in this situation. I want me some Mark Victor. So now it's appeal time. We'll see what we can get on that. Let's go ahead. Doug, give your impression.
it was really...
And time's up. We're going in the break.
Yeah.
No, go ahead and say something. But
it was really unfortunate and sad to watch them paint this picture of this big, scary, clandestine meetings that these guys do. They're pointing out all of these things that are completely legal and innocent. Trying to say that what kind of person meets someone in a Starbucks to trade $10,000?
Yeah. See, that was one thing that we realized is that it was the impression they wanted to give, and it's always a narrative. It's a story. That's why you need a storyteller, a lawyer. That's where Mark comes in, man. He kicks some ass. But we're going to talk more about the details and what next. From the first letter of Captain Mark. History is full of flowery documents claiming to limit the power of the crown, but these poetic social contracts have been impotent to prevent the predation. Limited government is a lie they use to keep us submissive. The crown cannot be trusted to abide by its founding charters, nor its treaties, nor even its own rules. The essence of the crown is centralized violence, and I've had enough. That's why I raised my black banner. I am no revolutionary. My aim is not to reset the cycle of violence, but to break it. My aim is an evolved society, invisible to the crown. Not a new hierarchy, but decentralized networks with no central figure for the crown to target. If you want your servile life, keep it, but we will not submit to the crown's agenda. And when you are ready to stop being its beast of burden, ready for adventure and opportunity, join us at pirateswithoutborders.com.
If he looks different than the other students on this college campus, it's because he's only 13 years old. But the amazing young Tyler is already consuming alcohol on the level of someone twice his age, and his talents have gotten him accepted at Ohio State University. We are lucky to be joined today by the little prodigy himself, along with Tyler's parents, Jack and Christine. Good morning, guys.
Thanks for having us. Tyler, most kids your age are in middle school and probably think that alcohol doesn't taste good, but not you.
Yeah, I like to drink liquor or beer or whatever. There's way more beer at college than at my house.
I'll bet there is. Your professors and classmates, everyone there at OSU says you just fit right in. You must have a lot of new friends.
Yeah, I'm just like everybody else. I go to class, I show up wasted, I leave early.
Wow.
So many impressive moments. You're active in a fraternity. You've streaked at 4 baseball games. You've broken an arm falling off a house. You've even made the wall of shame at a hooligans.
That night was stupid crazy.
That was a special day.
This is the Onion News Network.
I love My Magic Mud. I drink a lot of coffee. I had stains on my teeth. Then I found My Magic Mud, and I was told it would remove stains. So I paid attention when I brushed the first time. My Magic Mud is black tooth powder, and the difference it made in my teeth in one application was noticeable. With 4, my teeth were as white as you normal folks out there. Please go to mymagicmud.com and buy a jar. There's 150 applications for $25. You can use Bitcoin. mymagicmud.com.
Did you know we've taken our LRN.FM telephone listen line to a new level with the LRN.FM audio on demand line? Now you can call 712-770-8447 anytime and listen to LRN.FM's live feed. And you can listen to a bunch of our original shows on demand. Long distance fees may apply. Just dial 712-770-8447 and choose from the menu. 712-770-8447.
Since time began, tyrants have taken aim at personal liberties. Now there's a movie that aims back.
The government has no more right to tell us what to put in our bodies than they have to take our guns or tell us what books we can read.
6 drug police were eaten by bears while raiding a marijuana farm.
On your knees, you dirty hippies! Jesus. On your knees! What's the problem, officer?
Today, many cops who enforce pot laws do so only because it provides them with cushy jobs, good benefits, and a chance to push people around.
I was an undercover narcotics officer. The drug war is nothing but a farce.
The Second Amendment says you got to keep you and your get intact.
Guns and Weed, The Road to Freedom. A film by Michael W. Dean and Nima Vadati.
DVD available now at gunsandweed.com or on Amazon. That's gunsandweed.com. Makes the perfect gift. Remember, that's gunsandweed.com.
Some of our live shows are streamed in HD on Twitch. Please follow and share at twitch.lrn.fm. That's twitch.lrn.fm.
Roads It's the Ernest Hancock Show. Where we're going, there aren't any roads.
Yep, Theo did it again. You know, after the trial, he's tracking down the agents and talking to the Bitcoin experts and everything. Yeah, moron! You don't know what the hell you're talking about and what you got in the coffee. But yeah, that's a whole nother story. We'll get to that in a minute. God. You know, he goes, hey, man, I live in New York. Oh, they'll go get you. Don't worry about it. Doug, I want to get from you. You went how many days?
All day, every day, except the opening arguments.
That's the only time I went was jury selection and the first day. But I was planning on going today. You know, we had talked about because we thought the trial was going to go through next Wednesday next Wednesday, and but the defense didn't put on. I mean, there was nothing they could say. You know, we stipulate to this. Of course, we did it. We just and they're like, oh no, we don't like. See that attitude of you got to do jail time for that. A lot of people aren't old enough to remember this kind of trial. These thought crimes, these avoidance of the man crimes, I want to be left alone, don't bother me, I won't bother you crimes. This is what we were making fun of in school as they were telling us about the Soviet Union. This is exactly the mindset, exactly the trials. You must have a mental problem. They send you to re-education camps. They want to get your mind right. This is exactly what I went through, what I remember, the propaganda, the elimination of critical thinking to let the state think for you, to get a permission slip. This is exactly what we were making fun of in junior high and high school in the 70s. This was it. This.
Yep.
And what happened to the Soviet Union. So I'm looking at things, the revolutions, the cycles of culture, societies, governments, people, is going faster. Technology has made it, you don't wait 20 years, it's like 2, So I'm looking at them going, God, with the competition, alternatives, options, technology, I'm going, let's see, how long will this mindset and get away with it, and the criminal justice system, and then I rule you, and the conservatives will freak out and kind of whatever, when the liberals are in telling them, and then the liberals freak out when you get some pushback, and you get Trump in there, and they're all freaking out, and pretty soon everybody's going, man, I'm tired of freaking, just the hell with all this, and why am I so limited and so unprotected in my rights being protected by a government that was promising to do that very thing? Of course they don't. We know that's why we do the pirate thing. We get to say what we want. But this pirate attitude is common, and it's all built up just a lifetime if I can see it. I don't have to beat these guys. I just have to outlast them.
And Bitcoin will do that.
That is why I think they're so afraid.
Yep.
This is it. It matters not who makes the laws as long as I control the money. Okay? This is why they're so concerned. And and the Bitcoin, the one thing that the judge kept saying, okay, innocent until proven guilty, having Bitcoin, trading Bitcoin, not illegal.
Going to McDonald's with $9,000 and exchanging it, not illegal either.
They went out of their way to make that a point. This is not illegal. And then you get to, however,
if you do it wrong,
you
don't get a permission slip, you don't file your paperwork, They didn't even talk about paperwork. You don't even have to do it with. What was the guilty on, Doug? Why?
Everything came down to his opportunity to walk away when he found out that their supposed claims of being drug dealers. That was his point.
So, lesson for all Bitcoiners. Anyone that comes up and keeps escalating how much they're trading, that's one thing right there. But anyone that mentions any illegal activity that is hell, what's not illegal anymore, but anything about I'm gonna get some kind of having out beers with them after, later, words coming out of your mouth. Hell, are being recorded on your phone anyway. So I mean, it's like there is a surveillance device everywhere. But any mention of illegal activity, sorry, can't. Peace. Next. What? And you don't do any trade with that individual ever again. And you take a picture of them and you tweet it out to everybody. Not to do it. You burn the agents. Yeah. You go, this is, that's, can you do that? Yeah, I say you can. That's, free speech kind of not, but you know what it's like? We had a case, this one guy, eventually he ran for Congress as a libertarian after we did a radio show in the early, mid-2000s. There, in his neighborhood, they had a speed trap over a hill. You come over the hill going home from work, it was a, expansion of the development out in the desert, kind of, it was part of Phoenix, south of Ahwatukee or South Phoenix. And you go over this mountain in a new development, and right at the bottom of the hill, they had a bunch of cops just there writing tickets. Boom. Beam! Another one over speed limit, speed limit, speed limit. They just had an assembly line. They're making them some money. And it pissed off John so much, Crockett, I think it was his name. John, it pissed him off so much, he went home, made a sandwich board sign saying radar over the hill or something like that, went, and all of a sudden, the well dried up. The cops were like, what the hell? They come back over the hill, and they see that sign down there. Oh, you son of a bitch. And they charged him, wrote him up for a non-crime. And he challenged it. And went in the newspaper. They were on the side of the government, and then they kind of shifted when everybody was like canceling subscriptions and stuff in their little local paper there. And so it went to trial. We made a big deal out of it and everything. It's First Amendment. When you flash your lights, because there's cops coming in, they want to get you for that. Do they really? Yeah, enough to give you fear, uncertainty, and doubt about the behavior that you could go to jail by warning other people about stuff. And that's what this Bitcoin trial was. It was coming over the hill. You son bitch, you're not allowed. You didn't have our permission to slip it up, and we're going to find a way to get you. I got him. It's not over. I mean,
it's far from over. This is just the beginning. Now we have something that will take it to the next level. Morpheus is the hero that had the balls to go in front of a jury.
Make him say it. Learn all this stuff. Get a judge and prosecutor say it's not illegal.
We have that on tape. We have that in front of the court. We know it's not illegal to trade Bitcoin. It's not illegal to sell it. It's not illegal to go to McDonald's. However, it's illegal to hear someone tell you, I'm going to use it for whatever. If it's illegal in the book,
I'm deaf.
Walk away.
Walk
away.
I'm deaf, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Just show me a QR code.
Take a picture, go home.
All right, we're going to go ahead and talk during the break, so that we can get a lot of this stuff in here, because I don't want to, there's a bunch of other stuff. Plus, Mike Basic is coming in. He's been part of this, but he wants to talk more positive solution on some other stuff. But more when we come back. And Dr. Frank Tamburi, he's been, concerned with this case, too, for the Trump report in the next hour.
Ross
Ulbricht. Same kind of crap, This is, we're still live streaming, so I want, we can still talk.
They wanted him so badly that they gave a sweet deal to Maria. The defense attorney said this is an unheard of deal. The guy that he bought, they showed that Morpheus bought one pill of the DMT, it's a hallucinogen. This guy was ordering through the mail, in the dark web, packages, hundreds, thousands of pills of various stuff. International drug trafficker, essentially. They gave this guy such a sweet deal. This guy's doing no time. They gave him a deal to come in and just talk about the one pill that he sold to Morpheus and the fact that he bought Bitcoin from Morpheus to do his dark web stuff. They gave him...
Just Bitcoin's for drugs!
To testify against Morpheus, they gave this guy this
How much
deal.
weight do you think that had? Was that a big deal?
I believe he gave meaning to the word that they were hearing from the tape. That's what I think. He gave just that. Just enough to say it's real. There is someone real that was...
It made the connection from the case they brought to him was all manufactured. You know, the setup. There were no drugs. There were no... So they knew, you know, they had to have known
one
that wasn't...
pill of, you know, a chemical that's naturally occurring in your brain.
Yeah, but mainly what they were going after that testimony was just the fact that the guy bought Bitcoin from Morpheus to
Which
buy
is all they
drugs.
wanted to do, and they gave him whatever they needed for him to go, yep, that son of a bitch right there did it. He made me evil, and, you know, buying and selling stuff that people want.
But the thing is, he was a young guy with a 3.7 point GPA in college.
And Morpheus corrupted him?
Yeah, no. Well, it sounded that way when they said it, and I have to say that Nolan guy he was a clean cut when he came. He was well presented, well shaved.
What was his name?
Nolan.
Something. You know, that might be the guy that I think Tony, the private investigator, was asking me about. You know, it was
Maybe.
Nolan, Nathan, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you know, he's going, oh, yeah, what do you know about there? I'm going, I don't know. I have no idea. But they really wanted to know who this guy was, you know, because it was on their list of what. And then all these guys, I'm wondering, you know, how many, do you remember every trade you do, Doug, all the guys and the particulars of and so on and kind of, you know?
No, I get people that say, hey, we traded 3 years ago. Do you remember me? No.
Do you ever record your stuff?
No. I have, I did one early on. I had a large transaction that I was, but no, not typically at all.
Ow.
So when we talked to Morpheus yesterday, he was giving us a lot of tips for local Bitcoin to improve their system so people don't end up like him. And that was surprising when after that I heard that on the phone. I mean, I'm like, dude, we're just crying over your conviction and you're like telling us, no, you need to tell local Bitcoin how to do this. You
Take
need to
that mic and put it over there because you keep...
Oh, banging.
No,
Sorry.
and you keep moving your mouth. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that's what they were saying, that he was like very constructive to local Bitcoin and the cause. And that was like, wow.
Well, yeah, no, his revenge is, this working. And what we learned from each one. And I knew Morpheus, you know, he had a lot of opportunities to, you know, do something different, but make him say it. And I knew he was going to do that. I told nobody believed me, and I'm going, look, I'm telling you, I know Morpheus. He will not go down. He will not, you know, he will get vindicated one decade or another. I mean, he goes, see, it was all worth it. And it'll be, you know, 20 years from now or something. He's just that way of thinking.
Yeah, but the human cost is tremendously,
We're already back in. Go ahead.
No,
Okay, this is the one thing that Doug said off there. He goes, you know, tell him about, you know, what the deal they made this guy.
Nolan, yeah. So this young kid, they brought him in as a prosecution witness, and they wanted Morpheus so badly that they brought this guy in who they had dead to rights, who had been receiving packages, buying with Bitcoin on the dark web, packages of all kinds of drugs, and selling them, distributing, international, all these. All
that goes away if
they gave him the sweet deal to what the defense attorney said, a deal that was unheard of. Basically, a deal where he was able to basically walk away for testifying. No time, sir. Like no time. Nothing. This guy got a pass for all they wanted was him to testify against Morpheus.
Probation, but no felony. Nothing. He's going in 3 years.
And this is what he said. I sold Morpheus a pill of, was it DMT or something?
Yeah.
DMT is what's in ayahuasca. It's like a natural hallucinogen that the Amazonian tribes, you know, lick tree bark or something.
But he also said, all the Bitcoin I need, when I needed to buy Bitcoin, I go to Morpheus.
Yeah.
But the thing is, because he bought the DMT, or he knew that what I was doing. That's the illusion.
See, that was the thing, is that, you know, for whatever was going on. And how do they know? Oh, he told them that.
No, they went through his cell phone, and they found the connection in the messages inside the cell phone. And that's how they got all the text messages of, why are you sending me these? Go to Telegram to do this, do that. And that's how they got him.
Yeah, they were very... adamant about not having anybody on the jury that had even done encryption. You know, they were just like, if you're on an encrypted anything, like if you have signal loaded, next. If you know anything about Bitcoin, next. You know, are you even an attorney? You even know what jury nullification is? Next. I mean, it was, you know, this is jury stacking. I mean, this is what, there is no peers anymore. This whole system is cracking. There's one thing that Mark Victor go on about is how clogged up it is. And a lot of it's just marijuana stuff. When this marijuana thing goes away, man, we got a system we got to fund here, man. What we got to do? It's imploding, and it's so the fourth turning, whatever you want to call it. You can see it happening. It won't happen all at once. You see all this stuff internationally, how America's seen, you know, the debt, the wars. Oh, it won't happen all at once, but it will happen overnight. One day it's going to be Monday, and when they lose, you know, 400, 600, 700, you know, points on the Dow on Friday, it's going to get twice as bad on the next Monday, and they're not going to be able to fix it and paper it over or whatever one time. You know, this is going to happen. Every Monday, I keep saying it's going to be on Monday. You see a bloodbath in the stock market or whatever the hell, or some trade deal or trade war or something on the end of the week. On Friday, they dump it on you, and then you see, all right, are they able to fix it by Monday? Well, this is, you know, Bitcoin is the life raft for a lot of people, and they know it. And the government knows it. And they're willing to get big-time drug dealers. No, we got to get the Bitcoin guy before the drug dealers. And we got to go, which is the greater harm of whatever kind of, I don't care anyway. But I'm like, you know, it shows you the priority.
Well, but the thing that was more mind-blowing to me is when they were doing the business analysis of Nolan to defend putting him on the stand. They were saying, no, Morpheus is worse because Nolan lost packages that were seized by the government, so he lost $10,000, so he had to make up for that. They had to make up for that money. Like. They had to make up for that money because, so he wasn't making that much money, but he was selling, so Morpheus was giving him more Bitcoin, and he made up for the trade he lost by the...
Bitcoin drugs!
And... No, but
Bitcoin equals drugs.
Mind-blowing how the prosecutor was saying the business model of the drug dealer, he was defending that, saying it's okay, that's why Morpheus is a bad guy, because the drug dealer...
Because he made money, and the drug dealer broke even.
I swear.
What?
That's what they were saying.
As Morpheus is riding around on his bicycle.
Exactly.
Because Morpheus, he had a motorized bike since I've known him. I mean, he's had cars, you know, but he doesn't like all the paperwork. He doesn't like paperwork. He's willing to ride his bike, stay in shape, motorized, whatever, keep it under his 49 cc's so it's not, you know, illegal. You know, they went after him so much. It was on Bill of Rights Day. I remember this like 2010 or something. They go out on Bill of Rights Day. We were coming from the Wrigley up on, you know, Arizona Biltmore. And they pulled Morpheus over having a motorized bike. He goes, hey, man, it's not a motor vehicle. It's a bicycle. It's under so many cc's. Kiss my butt. You can't get... That pissed him off. They took his backpack. They threw it on the hood of the car, the cop car, went through it, got all messed. And that's how... it was a computer that we had for him for doing sales on Freedom's Phoenix. And they jacked it up, and we had to get it repaired. Well, they went after him. They sat around... and they surveilled him from the workshop until one time he was going and he broke 25 miles an hour. When you break 25 miles an hour, motor vehicle!
Oh my.
And they got him and they drug it out and he goes, not guilty, and drug it out and they did whatever to get their few $100s or something. But because this is the kind of thing they will not accept somebody that will go, I do not respect your authority and I don't give a crap. Why are you bothering me?
Well, now,
at 10 o'clock at night in downtown Phoenix, nobody gives a crap.
That's why we need to talk about the sweet deal they gave the other guy, and now it's public, and people should read about it on the when Terry puts them out on his website. Everybody needs to look at what the government said when they were defending Nolan against Morpheus.
Now, I talked to Terry Major last night, and he may be writing, if not last night, today. He knows the importance of making them say it and recording it and getting it all out. So he has kept, on the update of Morpheus trial that we've had up here, he has all the links of all the documents, of all the transcripts, he's trying to get the transcripts now. He's going, hey, where's the transcripts? Let's have a transcript. Hey, man, we just finished talking. I mean, you know, So he's going to get all that up. So guess what's going to happen? It's what's always happened. We've done for decades. It's research.
Exactly.
It is, what did they say? How did they do it? How far are they willing to go? And I'm telling you,
they went pretty far.
They're going to do whatever it takes. How many government agents testified?
4, 5, 6, 7.
8,
I cannot even count.
There was so, yeah.
And one after another saying the same thing. And did they have an IRS guy?
Yeah, no, but what
did they have an IRS guy?
Yeah, they had. And
what the hell was the IRS doing? What do they care?
They have an investigative decision for do all the undercover agents. Yeah, they've got undercovers.
Yeah,
but Doug's not on the list. They're not looking at you.
Yeah, sure, I bet they are.
Well, and that's the thing is there is a guy in Philadelphia who has an ATM, who has or something, and he has a license and all that stuff.
So does Doug.
And he called me up after I put on Reddit saying, if you're getting arrested because of Bitcoin, send me an email. Suddenly I received an email from this guy who said, the prosecutor in Philadelphia is thinking about me. And he got Brian Klein to look after him.
Who's that? Who's Brian Klein?
Big lawyer in the crypto space.
So they... these crypto space lawyers, man. A lot of times for the industry, and they're kind of not for the individual. They don't think, like libertarians do. They think collectively.
Yes, but
for the good of the. I don't give a crap. I'm the one doing the time.
No, but the point is, the government is thinking already of its next move. And when he called me, I was very surprised. And this is not happening.
What's the next move?
Well, there is a Notefather in San Diego.
Notefather?
Yeah, that's a guy, what his real name is...
So Notefather is a name?
Yes.
Okay, whatever. And what's the deal?
Well, he's the one who got caught in San Diego. And his trial will be starting maybe soon. Sooner than we think.
Oh, yeah. This is the guy that was, worked for military intelligence
Yes.
or doing kind of training. He's like, what?
Yes.
You coming after for what? Let's go. But
So-
he's got a lot. I wonder if he's going to be looking at Morpheus's case.
Yes, they're already looking at Morpheus' case and paperwork. So Morpheus' lawyer has done so much for the community. You don't realize. People don't realize that all this paperwork, when a lawyer gets a Bitcoin case, their heads spin. There is no other way. You get into it and you have 10 days to figure out what it takes us 4 years to learn. They have 10 days to go, what is Bitcoin and where are we going with this? And Maria's documentation plus my website, like the abolishthebitlicense.org, where I put all the law cases that are happening, they can see what's going on and they can get their head around something.
See, this is where we come in, and this is why I always say Morpheus knows the drill. He knows what we're doing and how we're doing it. And it's because of this. It's a research.
Exactly. And that's what the lawyer needs, is a head start, where to start, without having to think about, because all those legal documents are written by lawyer for lawyer about Bitcoin. And suddenly they can get their head around, stop spinning in less than 5 days.
The first day that I saw Maria and talked to her when they had the arraignment, I was like, no, she is she's
clueless.
Well, it wasn't just on Bitcoin. It was on the adversarial approach that it was not going to be a fair trial. It was not going to be, and they'll go, yeah, no, we had a fair trial. We checked off all these boxes. We did and said and kind of, but, we're just going through this process on our way to guilty, that we know we're going to, and if not, we'll get them later or we'll follow her or we're something, They don't go away.
Well, for Morpheus, they were already working with the appeal lawyers from the beginning. I mean, she said it. And she never said he got a fair trial. Even Tony was getting pissed about how unfair the system is stacked up. So...
when do they finally get this? They're federal public defenders. At what point do they... See, that's one thing that I realized. Oh, no, we'll do this and we'll do that. And it's no big deal. She was a handholder. She was a deal maker. I don't think you understand. And she wouldn't have me come down because Theo went down and just confused the crap out of him, And I'm just going, look, man, you need to understand what's really going on. This is not a technical thing.
No, it's
This
not.
is a philosophical, we're going to rule you because we can thing. And I don't think you understand what's coming. She had no clue. Now she's like, holy crap, is this what Ernie was talking about? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I give her, personally, I do give her prop for having to have come this way.
I don't think she's evil or not.
No.
I just don't think that she's a federal public defender. Let's put it that way. Okay?
Yes.
And think she's doing good, but it's hand-holding. I don't need a hand-holder. I need somebody up there to go kick ass. And that's one thing that the community is missing. Where is the general support? You know what? I bet you do an ICO on a crypto that is solely for the defense of crypto in the criminal cases, it'd take off.
That's a good idea.
It's a really good idea. I think Theo should do that.
Well, I'll talk to a few people at ICO in New York. And
I go, what is this crypto? It's like they have, Dash and all this other and the Dow and, a little bit of this goes to that. What if we had a crypto that's all it did? Okay, son of a bitch. Call it the Morpheus. Okay? That's good. That's good. That's good. The Morph.
The Morph.
M-O-P-H. Morph. Morph crypto. You know there's some federal agent, writing it down, doing it right now, just so we don't. No, we got it, So, Theo, I'm telling you guys should, I'm telling you, there isn't a regular, large enough, good enough fund for this.
And that's what Notefather he's starting, because Notefather is not... The Notefather has another lawyer now from Las Vegas, and he started the hashtag DefendBTC, and we have to talk more about that. But
crypto, you need a crypto for this.
Yes, and we need... Well, but the thing is getting together is harder than...
It's a 13-year-old writing code and pushing the button. There it is. Done. Next.
Yeah, but the thing is understanding the why.
I know why. Because they need money for they're going to be coming after everybody, and you better have a crypto or some way of funding this anonymously. It's kind of they go, hey, he had funding against the man money over here. You got to go to jail.
What's interesting about that is based on market forces. The more people they prosecute, if it's openly traded on markets, the more valuable.
No, hell yeah! No, this is going to be awesome. It's pirate money. Okay, what would you call this? What would be pirate? Defense money. No, I mean, it won't be pirate money. This would be, I don't know how private it'd be or open or whatever. There needs to be a crypto that is so hated by the government that all the others they won't even look at. And when you do something, you go out, do you have that on your exchange? Well, we got Hellfire missiles for that, So this is, it'd have to be out of, Barbados
Bitcoin.
Or something.
It's called Bitcoin. That's hated by the government.
Now, they need some way for it to be transaction portions, mine funding of kind of something to something, a trust to something. You guys think, I'm telling you, kids out there, young guys, activists, if you don't do this, they'll win. Because they'll never win, freedom's always the answer, somebody's going to do this. Sooner or later, it's going to happen. There's going to be a funding mechanism for going after them, and how better to do it than a crypto that can be anonymous, and just by using it or buying it or holding it or getting it, you're funding it. They do that. This crowd, that's what they're afraid of, is microtransaction and just opinion. Wallet voting. So I got walletvoting.com. I go, wallet voting is the cure to everything. It's just general opinion. I have this opinion, I put a nickel to that. And what if I do a nickel to that and I don't even have to think about it, I just use it and that's what it does. All right, I just want the man to understand. Here it comes. You ready? It's nothing Ernie is going to do that, is any threat to you. You don't see the threat. You don't understand it. It's philosophical. There will be this backlash, and there is a mechanism for us funding opinion, fully informed jury information, this and that. That could be one of the components of this. We want to make sure everybody knows. We got to do we're funding documentaries on, it's called Fully Informed, starring, Mel Gibson. Okay? You think I'm kidding?
No.
The fact that I even thought about it means it's already happening. This is coming. These battles are going to escalate. You guys want to play? Let's dance.
And we'll play.
All right. And Theo's the guy, you got to go get Theo. Theo's way too Theo, man. He's all over the country being Theo. There's got to be something. You got to get extra pat down. This is, that's my opinion. Well, Doug, what do you think is the next stage? Do you guys know what what did Morpheus, what was he looking like when they get guilty?
he's amazingly upbeat. I mean, right now he's taking it very well. I mean, as you can expect in this situation. But when we talked to him last night, man, he was just like, "Let's go. We got the appeal." He's not cowering down. He's not somber. He's in a great spirit.
He will not give them anything.
He's in good spirits
because he's free in his mind. That's just because you cage him doesn't mean you unfree him.
He's freer than I'm speechless.
Now, see, Morpheus is taking a very Zen approach to kind of life. We're just temporary on the planet of need to do good, and if I can add to, and this is his activism, and if it takes years of him sitting it, what's his sentence? I mean,
the sentence in June, we need to be there, June 11, 4 p.m., room 602, Judge Snow, we need to fill that thing. All the friend of Morpheus now, we have to go one by one and say how great he is. How unjust it is.
Oh, do we get testify?
I think we do. I don't know yet.
Character witnesses, I believe. It may be just letters. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll participate in that. I've done these kind of letters. I know what I want to say. But, a lot of times they go, see? It's a philosophy of we must crush him. He must go. But if you give the impression, go ahead. Go ahead. See what happens. Because I already know what's going to happen. It is going to be... They built this up. The justice system is an injustice system. It's broken, and they will do it. That was one thing they made a big deal out of in jury selection. Anybody that has any problem with a sting case of we trick people into whatever, dismissed.
No. Well, and then the judge in the case came up early in the trial. He mentioned just by the way, disclosure. But then they had a discussion about it. Agent Ellsworth, who does these Bitcoin and blockchain continuing
crap from apple butter.
Yeah, continuing education classes for lawyers and whatnot. The judge says, "Oh, by the way, I attended one of these education classes from Agent Ellsworth, a few months ago or whatever it was."
So I'm totally baffled and don't know anything.
They're all in coots together.
Yeah, no, they are. But the thing is, the guy didn't know anything. But when he's like, I don't know why those transactions show up like that in the report. Well, that's because that's how the technology works.
This expert witness of theirs was a joke. He did not
that's why
Bitcoin.
See, this is what we learn.
Exactly.
When you have the next time and you got an expert witness going up. Well, he had an expert witness. It was Doug. Todd.
Todd.
No, wait a minute. What do you call him? Tug. Tug. I'm going, who the hell are you talking about, Theo? Oh, Todd. Oh, my God, man. And get that accent going. All right, so, it's this French, Dominican, whatever the hell it is. But so Todd, what was his role and what did he say?
So he caught everything that was wrong and gave it to Maria to make the decision on the spot on where to attack. She attacked a few of them. She was not all right, but he stumbled. He did stumble in front of the jury, but that didn't sway because he was not about technology.
So the government's expert witness was, babbling and didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Yeah, and several times she came strong at him saying, is that? And it's like, yeah, but do you say the technology, the block? Yeah.
See, this is what we had a meeting last year with Mark, and I go, look, man, this is a whole new wave of law. You need to know this stuff. You could be the top sumbitch in charge nationally and pay you gazillions of dollars if you'll take on, he's like, oh, man. I go, all right, that new guy, that next lawyer you're hiring out of Harvard, Yale, that mined in his dorm room to put himself through college on crypto and now's a lawyer, that guy. Well, who is that guy? I don't know. It's your problem, man. Go find him. But I guarantee they exist.
And
I guarantee. That's another thing. I didn't even think of that. Your dorm rooms, man. I bet they get all the electricity they want. So this is, I can see where this is going. And it's a long road. We've been through this on so many issues. It builds up resistance. And there is enormous amount of support and resources in crypto. And it needs to be directed towards this. But the government going, yeah, go ahead and direct it and do it. We'll come after what. So that's why you need pirate communication, pirate money, pirate, hailing frequencies, invisible to the crown, and come on, let's rock. When you guys do this, when you quit wasting my time on, while you're doing Telegram and Signal, oh yeah, Didn't they have Telegram and stuff in there? What were the encrypted text messages that got put into evidence?
A lot from all that, because every time he said, "Oh, you're talking about something," go to switch to Telegram. So right there.
Okay, did they get anything from Telegram?
Yeah, they did get from the phone, because the phone kept all the stuff.
Oh, so they were using Telegram and they put it in
Yes.
the case. Did they have any from Signal?
No, he didn't use Signal.
WhatsApp, any of that stuff?
Telegram.
Well, Telegram is the same thing.
So just to say something, at the courthouse, we created a Telegram channel right there and there with them. They could hear us, and it's called Free Morpheus. And we have another Telegram chat where we can talk about the case and everything.
Oh, and they're on it too.
Oh,
They
yeah.
say, thank you for playing.
Yeah, but it's
Hailing frequencies invisible to the crown. God, you guys, I've seen this so many times. I just want to slap all y'all. You know, you think, oh no, let's go on encrypted, we'll be secret on my smartphone. I'm like, oh, you guys are killing me, man. Well, when are you going to learn?
Oh no, you cannot talk on the encrypted. Once they get the phone, it's over, game over. So, but anyway,
you need to do it. Yeah,
at Free Morpheus on Telegram if you want to follow the case and every detail. It's on Telegram.
Oh no, it's like bedtime reading for Theo, man. And this is entertainment. Oh, I get the give me a law case, But he trained himself over time. You recognize.
I never said.
Where is it going? What is the style of prosecution? The federal, they go in their little conference meeting in Washington, D.C., national, international. What's their plan?
I have all I can do is right now they're going after the neo-Nazi now. That's what their next move, I think.
See, it's all narrative.
It's narrative. So
it's
now
all the story.
So now we have reached the Goldman. This technology has reached the Goldman. What's the Goldman law point?
What?
There is a law on the internet where every discussion comes back to Nazism.
Oh, yeah.
So now we have reached that point with Bitcoin somewhere in Washington.
No, it's got, crypto and Nazis, man. You got to put them together, Nazi crypto.
Oh, they try terrorism, they try
drugs, they try money laundering, they try IRS, like anybody gives a crap.
So now we're getting to that point.
Nazis.
There you go.
Well, Doug, does this affect your business at all? I mean, tell people what your business is. I mean, you're out in the open here.
Yeah, I operate Bitcoin ATMs, but I also do what Morpheus did, meeting people in public for Bitcoin trades. And so...
Did anybody go, I do drugs? You go, no.
Well, I'll tell you, I had a moment with Maria that was priceless. I mean, just the ability to pick her brain. Now, she was in the zone. Yeah, she was in the zone during the trial, and she didn't engage with us, kind of the onlookers much. Once she finished her closing arguments, it was like a light switch. And she was upbeat and she was open and engaging. And I was able to pick her brain with questions. Hey, about my business, about how this decision with Morpheus could affect me and stuff. And, she did the typical, this is not attorney advice thing. But she was able to give her thoughts on the compliance that I've put in place for myself currently. And so the greatest part about this trial for me is basically we showed that they weren't able, at least in the state of Arizona, to say that you needed a money transmitting license at the state level.
Now, this came out from them saying it, the jury a lot and everything. I got the impression that they're saying possession of crypto is not illegal.
Correct.
Trading of crypto is not illegal.
Correct.
The use of crypto, not illegal.
Correct.
In fact, you got Governor Doug Ducey creating a fintech. Hey, Tarzan.
No, I want a different hug.
Oh, he's going to do me here. It's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, can you feel that? Okay.
Feel that love.
So the impression that I got is they went out of their way to say, no, crypto's, it's all good, but don't you be doing, so I'm wondering once they create a list of what you can and can't do, they just change the list. They just add to the list. We had this new thing. Didn't you know that? Bermuda grass seeds are illegal in Budman. You did Bitcoin jail. I mean, something. So, what are you going to change? Anything different about your business, Doug?
Oh, well, no, I mean, nothing's going to change. Most of the information that I had, it just became more concrete. All of these things that I suspected, some of it obvious, some of it less obvious. But how to react to certain situations. This one being the glaring obvious. Someone mentions, "Hey, I'm moving heroin. Sorry, buddy. See you later."
Yeah, but see, it could be something else they put.
That's exactly.
It'll be like, yeah, I need to go buy some, chong bongs.
Yeah. Well, after 2 weeks of watching this trial, yeah, it's going to affect my...
Cheech and Chong. Chong did years in federal prison for selling glass. They got paraphernalia. These are bong kind of jail. He goes, yeah, put me in, some bitch. We're going to talk about, we're going to get some on this. So what did they do? So I am just the... So I'm. Thank you. All right, you got to put it on. If I get laid on my freaking birthday, go ahead. Come on. Headphones. Got tight. Got it. Oh, there. I got laid on my birthday. All right, cool.
You want to tell them how you gained a year?
I'm sorry?
You tell them how you gained a year?
Oh, yeah. No, I thought I was 57, and I just found out I just turned 57. I've been 57 for a whole year, and I wasn't even 57. And I'm doing the thing. Oh, yeah. Now I'm 57. Okay, I got an extra year. I'll give it, I tell you what, I'll give it to Morpheus. He needs a year.
Yeah.
It's been a year. It was April 20th. It was, Marijuana Day that they did. See, it's all planned. It's all theater. It's theater. Well, they want to play theater. Let's play theater. And Chino, I'm telling you, man, I'm needing you to, you keep doing what you're doing. Terry Major, like what he's doing, he's been a big resource for this too. Behind the scenes, we've been prepping for what really happens, and I can give you a bunch of examples in the future of how and why we do this. But I'm telling you, the problem that we're going to have is that we don't recognize the need for us to engage they, them, those on this battlefield. Because if you don't, they control the narrative and all the guns and the opinion, but it always happens. It's prohibition, it's slavery, it's the drug war, it's marijuana, it's gun rights. It's always something. It's a challenge to them, but now we've gotten to the one thing that all that other stuff was all about, the money.
Yeah.
And when you can do your own pirate money, that biggest threat that these guys have. And until a lot of us sit back, it's just like during the Levolution. I remember, Ron says we got to get engaged and be in part of and do the, in politics. And Ernie, even Keith here, he was like all in the precinct committee and all that. I go, I never poo-pooed it. You guys go, you need to learn. You need to see it.
The thing is, you need to continue doing what you're doing. And we need that to back up. We need to attack this thing from every angle there is.
If you don't attack it from attacking them in the courtroom, in the jury box, fully informed juries, understanding what justice, what's right and wrong, libertarian, if you don't do that, libertarians just got announced. They put up there, they had Barry Hess for governor, libertarian, to put him on the ballot. Michael Kilsky, attorney general, which is an attorney was state chair of the Libertarian Party, and Mark, I can't remember his name. Anyways, U.S. Senate. Now they wanted me to do Secretary of State, and I just couldn't muster up. No, it's not going to stop me from doing what I want to do. I'm going to have some fun. But the thing is, if I get in, I can't really do all the stuff the way I want and kind of the limit. I don't know. The political process is just. I mean, I'm glad that they're doing it. We worked with the Democrats and them and funding the petition. I helped set that up to make sure that these guys get on. That was my main goal. Somebody's out there doing it. But I just don't feel it. It's PR for me. I got other angles I'm going after.
Yeah, but Morpheus is behind jail, and that's the problem.
I know.
And
what do you do? See, the thing is that's why you go, Ernie, you don't want to talk. No. Morpheus understands our drill. We've been through this for years. He knows exactly. He's doing exactly what needs to be done.
Exactly.
Making them say it, providing the information. How much would Morpheus do for them to go, yep, crypto's legal in Arizona. Doug Duke's doing the feds don't like whatever, but it's perfectly legal and doing it at McDonald's. He go, okay, I'll do a few years for that. You think I'm kidding? It's amazing the attitude that he has.
And the courage. It's the courage. That I will give you. It's the courage he has to do it.
I'm glad you guys did this. I'm sorry I didn't get out there more, but today I was going out and I had to do a bunch of stuff like yesterday, you guys know. But the Donna's birthday, it opens. On my birthday, it's done. Yay. Well, thanks for doing this. We got to get to the next. Yeah, we went right through the break. We're already, Frank's on the line here. Let's say hello to. Hey, Frank.
Hello. Hey, guys.
Hey, yeah,
Hey,
Tarzan's here and we're done with it. We get to do Trump report. But do you want to, in 30 seconds, give your view of what's up?
Well, I was just listening to this past conversation. I mean, in many ways, it's more important than the Trump report is what Morpheus is doing and what for the community and the future for for wallet voting. I mean, it just goes on and on. What happened? And I was so busy myself, I didn't know until just last night that it's finished. And for the appeals process, I mean, ultimately, I just wanted to, when we come back, just talk about Morpheus for a bit as well.
Right. Well, here we're